All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. And guys, it's been a minute since we've done a slip joint review. And the last ones I think I had that I reviewed were the ones from Ben Belkin of Jack Wolf Knives, which, guys, he's hoping to have prototypes very, very soon. So be looking for that. And obviously, I've been looking to hopefully get myself a GEC slip joint. And unfortunately, I missed out on the number 86s. I just didn't have the money at the time and couldn't find one anyway. And I happened to luck into getting a number 94. So we're going to talk about that. So say hello to Ren and Stimpy, Powder Toast Man, Login TV, and let's get started. TV is about to fall off, so we'll fix him. There we go. So as I said, guys, this is the number 94 Liberty, Great Eastern Cutlery. This is the Titty-Ute trim. And there you go. There's all their information. Titty-Ute Liberty, TD941121FA. There you go. Have the clip point version. And this, there you go, flag acrylic. And this is empty right now because I took I like how they pack their knives in this wax paper. Very cool touch. And then this is a pattern production premiere, or a PPP, Titty-Ute. And so you get this really cool pin. Now, for some reason, the knife doesn't have the PPP on it, but this is the premiere of this pattern, my understanding. So that's really interesting. Now, this is an acrylic, as you can see, with the American flag pattern and on that side, and the We the People, kind of the declaration on this side. Very, very cool. This, yeah. Or the Constitution, I should say. Wow. Been a long day. These really cool shiny bolsters. This is typical of the Titty-Ute pattern. Now, this is a very thin knife, guys. And I had heard that there was some issues with different people having chips in the acrylic, cracks in the acrylic. This one is perfect. There are no issues on this one at all. Now, I have not carried this one yet, but I have a leather slip on order, and I will be carrying it. I have decided. I've had it sitting here coated with frog lube, and, I just wiped it off for the review so you guys could see it. Look at that clip point blade. Really cool. There's your Titty-Ute Cutlery, Titusville, Pennsylvania. I didn't hold that up there long enough where you guys can see it. There you go. And then on this side, the number 941112, GEC, and then carbon. So this is 1095, which is why I had it coated, and we'll recoat it in a little bit. Now, the pins are, in this case, flush, and in this case, down under. And we talked about that in some of Ben's knives. I'm not completely sure why some of them are like that and some of them, but it's always consistent. And I think it's something to do with about the pin going all the way through versus the pin only going through the one layer of handle material. Plain bolsters, because this is a Titty-Ute. I do have fingerprints and goo. Let me wipe that real quick. All over the bolsters, even though it hasn't been carried. It looks kind of dingy because I have shown it on my stream a bunch of times. There we go. Nice and shiny now, as you can see. Really cool. Now, we do have a clip point blade with a very standard placement of the nail nick. I would call that pull about a 5 to a 5.5. Not super strong, but definitely not weak. It might even be a 5.5 to a 6. No, it's a 5 to 5.5. Very much so. Now, this is a smaller one, so it's very thin, but it is a 4-finger knife, guys. Now, for this kind of knife, for what you're going to be using it for, I actually end up backing up a little bit, and then it becomes like a 3.5-finger knife, but it feels just fine like that. Nothing really to keep you from going up on the blade, so be careful, but that's typical of most of these slip joints. And I just love this clip, guys. I am definitely, my favorite blade is for sure a spear point, but clip is right behind it. Drop point, anything like that. Just love it. Now, really, really cool. Let's just play with this one more time. There you go. Very nicely done. Centering is, yeah, dead center. Let's look at things like any kind of gapping, and I don't see it. You do have brass underliners. There might be a really slight gap right there, but not really. I would say no. Nothing that feels wrong. It's all rounded off and chamfered. Feels very good. There you can see the brass underliners really well. Really done so good. See that there, nice and clean on the inside. No blade play when in the open position. Again, it's a slip joint, so it is going to, push down. So, as usual, I always give you guys that be careful thing. Now, I did have one issue with this knife. And by the way, I didn't mention this awesome satin finish on the blade is beautiful. Look at that. And then you got the Don't Tread on Me on this side. Really, really cool. The Gadsden flag symbol. And then you got Liberty on this side. Now it looks so good. And the more I've handled this one, the more I've really liked it. Now, earlier today, I was a little careless and I did something. I closed this too close to my hand. And I knew for a fact I was going to gash my finger open. And it just sort of hit me almost like this part of it would hit me. And I literally, I've had this in the can, guys, and I haven't cut with it. And so I tried to cut with it, and all I did was just annoy the paper. This guy came not sharp. Now, up here towards the tip, and you can even see it if you ask me. You can see where the bevel is good and strong there, and it's super thin down here. You see that? Not the bevel, the edge. Very, very, well, it is a bevel. But anyway, very, very thin. And I tried to strop it right before this review, and I still could not get it to cut. So I'm most likely going to have to just put my own edge on this. Just find that a little disappointing when you pay. Again, this was right around 90, right around 100, I believe. And by the way, as usual with the GEC, these are probably not available when you're going to look for them except on the secondary market. By the time somebody reviews one, they've already been dropped everywhere, and depending on what pattern they are, they may or may not be available. I would bet you could probably find these on the secondary. I think I paid right around $100. I just can't remember. It's been almost a month ago. So, maybe you can find one. They did release what was a peach seed jig bone and a blue camel. I would still like to try to find one of the blue camel ones. I had a chance to buy one of the peach seed jig bones, and I decided not to. The reddish tint is not my thing. But really, really cool looking knife. Now, I've decided I'm going to carry it. I am going to keep it coated for now, but I probably am just going to go cut some fruit or do something and put my own patina on it, make it kind of mine, and go from there. But for now, I'm going to keep it coated until I decide to do that. I do have a really cool slip coming for this one from our friend Joe at Lancelot Leather. It's a really basic one, but it's going to look like a KnivesFAST one. It's got dark brown and then blue stitching. So Joe is working on that, and then when that gets here, this guy will be in the pocket after I put an edge on it. Again, let me know if you guys have had that problem with the GEC. Every GEC that I got from Ben Belkin was good and sharp, and he said they were factory edges, or at least most of them were. So I was a little surprised. But I already threw the paper away. Hang on half a second. Yeah, I'm making this knives slow review just for you guys, but I balled it up. But, I don't have a good spot to show you here. Now, here we go. So if I come right here, I should be able to get it at an angle. Yeah, I mean, it's literally, and you can see everywhere on the paper, that's what I did. I just tore it. So very disappointed with the edge. And that's really my only knock on this knife right now. Other than that, I absolutely love this little guy. So let me know what you guys think. Give me a comment. And again, please give me a thumbs up if you like what you see here. All right, hang on. An addendum to an already long video. I forgot to give any kind of specs, guys. This is close length is 3.2 inches. I can't believe I forgot that. The cutting edge length is 2.25 inches, and the blade is 2.5. It is 1095 carbon steel, satin finish, of course. And let's see, the weight is 1.4 ounces. And handle thickness is 0.365. So, and it does have a half stop, as you saw me demonstrate. I just didn't call it out. Flat grind, of course. Really, really cool, guys. So there's my addendum. Long review, but that's okay. I really have enjoyed this one. And guys, thanks so much again for watching the KnivesFAST channel.